Here comes the racer. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone. He's gaining on you, so you better look alive. He's a D11, the powerful white lie. And when the odds are against him and they're dying, your life's eraser. See it through. Go speed racer. Go speed danger. Go speed racer. 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 Go speed. Go speed racer. Go speed racer. Go speed racer. He's open flying as he guns a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. He's open flying as he guns a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. He's open flying as he guns a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal. He's jamming down the pedal. He's open flying as he guns a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go speed racer. Go speed danger. Go speed racer. 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 Go speed. Go speed racer. Go speed racer. Go speed racer. Here he comes. Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone. He's gaining on you, so you better look alive. He's a D11, the powerful white lie. And when the odds are against him and they're dying, work on then your life's eraser. See it through. Go speed racer. Go speed danger. Go speed racer. 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 Go speed. Go speed racer. Go speed racer.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? How you doing? How you feeling? Happy Sunday. We come to the end of another awesome week and weekend. Hope y'all enjoyed yourself. Hope y'all did something productive. Y'all was safe. Y'all did something fun. And you enjoyed each other on this weekend. We are back again with being the Blerd. Second interview of being back on here on this thing. Like I said, I missed y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We got a very special guest in the building. He's waiting to come in, and y'all already know how we do. ELE, everybody love everybody. If I'm coming in loud and clear on your end, give me a peace sign or give me the power sign if my microphone is coming in loud and clear. If I'm coming in loud and clear, I don't want to sound like Autobots. I don't want to sound like Megatron. I don't want to sound like Decepticons. So yeah, if you can hear me coming in loud and clear, let me get that for y'all. Let me get that peace sign or let me get that power sign. My mouth is dry. I have to rehydrate. Oh my God, that's good. What's up, real woman? How you doing? How you doing? Real woman of cosplay's in the building. What's going on, everybody? Everybody, what's going on? How y'all feeling? Man, we back again with it. Got a special guest. What's going on, everybody? So, if I could do that for me, if I'm coming in loud and clear, give me the peace sign, give me the power sign. What up, C. Broly Cosplay? How you doing? What's up? What's going on? What's going on, Skyrim? What's going on? What's going on? Cool, man. E-cigarettes. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Good, good, good. We're going to invite my brother on, see if he's ready and everything like that. And I'm going to do a sound check on him, make sure he's coming in loud and clear. And I'm the tall dude from ATL Ranger Stop and Pop. What's up, man? Thank you going into a description about yourself. I appreciate that. Now I know who you are. So what's up? What's up? What's up? Oh man, good to be back amongst the family.
What's going on, sir?
Man, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. What's poppin', young homie?
Nah, man. I gotta be like you. You know we got. We
Man.
got the stylish hat and everything. I gotta be like you with the glasses. What you mean? I gotta
Oh,
be
man.
like you.
Oh, man. He's just a little Edith. That's all. Just a
That's
little pair of
love.
Edith.
Okay, all right.
That's all. That's all. Wanted to
So
show up good for my brother.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you coming on. This has been long overdue. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Brother, I'm so happy to be here. It's not even funny. I want to make sure this screen is nice and clean for you. I want to make sure we get this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There it
There
is.
we go.
There you go. It's popping now.
Okay.
So man,
Yes, sir.
how's your Sunday been going for you?
Sunday has been good, trying to rest and relax as much as humanly possible, just enjoying myself and, spending time with family. Sunday's the day I meet with like my high 6-7 figure earners. We have a thing called the 7 Figure Society, so I do that. And then I've just been relaxing, waiting for them thrones. So, when I'm done with this, I'm be on them thrones.
Okay.
You already know.
I
You
feel it.
already
I
know.
feel it. Man, I wish I could talk
Sir.
like that one day. The 7 figure. Oh God, that's a lot. I wish I could say that one day. I think I will. One day.
It's not it's not as difficult as you may think. It comes down to having things set up in a way
Uh-huh.
that allows you to be consistent, because the same amount of effort it takes to sell something for $10 is the same amount of effort it takes to sell it for 10,000. It's just the value assigned to it. And monetizing not only your reputation but your ability to make things happen. Um, that's it, man. I think a lot of us, especially in the Blerd community, play way too small and give way too much away for the free.
Hmm. Okay. I feel that, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. So I need to
Yeah.
ask you this. Well, the people, if y'all can hear my man's mic coming in loud and clear, give me the power sign if he coming in loud and clear, and we're gonna get started. And the second thing is the cool that I pre-record this and put this on the Blerd Over podcast page.
Come on, man. You already know.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. I got consent. Y'all heard it, so I ain't going to jail. That's that word right there. Remember, the most important word from here on out is going to be consent. Please remember that
Consent.
word. Please.
Yes.
Let me see. So basically, we know it's going to be about getting to know you. What makes you a Blerd? What do you do? What got you into this fandom? What makes you a Blerd? Your favorite anime, video game. Have you ever been bullied or picked on or harassed? How does it feel to be a black nerd in a nerd space? And just stuff like that. Nothing too tough. And
Yeah.
and at the end, we play a good old game. So how does that sound?
Wonderful, man. Let's get to it. I've been waiting for this.
I damn bet. So everybody, if you got any questions you want to ask this brother right here, put the question mark box below in the question mark box, and we'll try our best to answer them. If we don't know the answer, we're going to ask Google, Wikipedia, a thesaurus, dictionary. We're going to try to get the answer to the best of our abilities. And we just don't know it, just don't know it. How bad.
Yeah.
I went to city school. But we're going to go ahead and get everything started. Y'all sit back and relax, and we're going to get it on the way.
Yeah.
You want a little help?
Don't worry about me. Fighting that little beast made me start thinking about the animals I left behind on the island, and so I let my guard down. Now to fight like I mean it.
All right.
For 9,000!
Baby boys, baby girls, what's going on? It's your boy SKIP.88 here from Blerd over here again with being a Blerd on a Sunday. I hope y'all having a good Sunday, a good weekend. Like I said, enjoy yourself, your family, and each other. And we have a very special guest in the building. And everybody, we have a bully that's just entered the arena. So we're going to let my brother right here introduce himself the way he want to be introduced. And we're going to go ahead and take it away. Good sir, it's all on you. Introduce yourself and let the good people know who you are.
Yes, sir. I am the one and only Mohawk and real talking, living fully business bully Dave Anderson out here doing what I do. Snapping necks, cashing checks. Woo!
Boom. There it is. Cash and check. That's what I like to hear. That's what I'm talking about. Man, sir, I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you for doing this. And y'all see my brother, he came to dress to impress. Y'all already see the drip. Y'all see it. He took the glasses off though, so you know you got to put them back on.
I could put the Ediths back on now. Don't act like I can't listen.
Oh, there it is right there. Y'all see that? Y'all see that greatness? There it go.
There
it is. There it is right there.
Yes, sir.
So y'all already know how the vibe's gonna go, man. So, bro, thank you for doing this, man. And the first question I got to kick this thing off, I like to ask everybody that I interview, what makes you a Blerd?
Wow, man. What doesn't? You know, I was when I was a little kid, man. My brother was 7 years older than me, still is. But I would like sneak when he would go to school or go to work or basketball practice. I would go and just like go into his trunk, and he'd have all these comics. And every time he come home with comics, I'd be sitting there reading them, man. And then my god brother, we call him Peanut, he would go and grab these anime VHS tapes. I'm old, so you know I would be watching all of this stuff, and this is before anime was what anime's in the lexicon now. We used to call it Japanimation. And so you know I was watching all types of stuff, man. I absolutely loved everything about it. I got into a fight one time. It didn't end well for the other guy, but I got into a fight one time when I was in third grade because in recess in Philly, like we don't have a lot of resources in the hood, Skip. So one of the things that would happen was we would get a tennis ball, and that was a joyous day because then we could play a game called wall ball. Have you ever played wall ball?
I have. Know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So for those of you who do not know what wall ball is, it is a game where you take the ball. Now it varies depending on regions, but up here in the Great Northeast, you take the ball, you throw it up against the wall. If it bounces, then the person who throws it up against the wall is still it, right? If somebody catches it before it bounces, that person becomes it, and he or she has the privilege of throwing it up against the wall. I thought this was the dumbest waste of time, especially since I stole two of my brother's Spider-Man comics that I was down to read. So I'm sitting up under a tree reading these Spider-Man comics, and these dudes are like, "Why, you think you too good for wall ball?" Nah, just I'm Spider-Man. Like Dr. Octopus is about to kill him, and they're like, "Nerd." And so what wound up happening is they picked up rocks. And they started throwing rocks, and I'm like, I can't believe this. I'm getting stoned in the schoolyard for reading comic books. This is third grade. So I took a rock, and I remember my daddy told me, he said, if you want to survive, you take out one of them, and everybody else will fall. So I did what my dad taught me. Now keep in mind, my father was in the military. He was also a police officer. He then went on to work in the state and federal law enforcement, and so I've been trained since I was knee-high to a tree stump. So I took one of them rocks that they threw at me, and I ground it on the ground, got myself a nice, real sharp point.
Okay.
I looked. Next thing you know, Alvin Johnson's ear was flopping.
Wow.
On the side of his ear, on the side of his head, just a flopping. If you ever run into Alvin Johnson in Philly, you could see the scar where they reattached his ear. And after that, I ain't really had too many problems about playing wall ball. But yeah, man, I'm a Blerd because I loved it all. Saturday morning cartoons, I was up. I'm still a collector. I got stuff I haven't even. Hold on, let me see.
We can already see in the background that you're a collector. I can see that already.
Oh yeah,
first three,
man.
yeah.
So I haven't even opened this. This is Superman Unchained, right?
Wow.
I got 100 greatest moments of the history of the Dark Knight. I got all kinds of joints, man. So I'm about this life. I've got Iron Man Extremis. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this for real. Like there are people who want to do it in order to, manipulate and get emotional tie-in with the Blerd community. I was a Blerd before anybody thought it was cool. Before black cosplay was a thing. I was dressing up. I was trying. Listen, man, my homemade Bumblebee costume out of old cardboard boxes and yellow craft paint was what that was in 1988. I'm gonna tell you that straight up and down.
Hey, and then back then, that's when it was legit. You ain't had nothing to go on but some cardboard boxes, paper wrap, bubble wrap, and boo. That's all you had. That's all you had. And that's what true talent comes from. Yeah, man, this is awesome. So, and from the first beginning of the story, people, we do not condone violence over here. But
absolutely,
if somebody picking on you, of course you got a right to defend yourself. You know, like my man here, you know, he took it back to the prison days when he sharpened up the rock to make it pointy. So. Yeah, that was new to me. That's new to me.
You know, instinct come in, bro. It just
I feel it. Hey, do y'all still see each other to this day or no?
I haven't seen Alvin Johnson probably in 20 years. You know, I last time I saw him was probably like high school, so like 25 years or so. But yeah, no, the last time I saw him, he still had the scar. I'm sure his kids ask him about it. You know, but the thing of it is, man, like I tell people this all the time. Philly is a different type of, environment. Like when people's like, "Oh, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock," I'm like, that ain't the first person I've seen Will Smith smack. Like here, our nerds are hard. I've lived in 19 states, man. Like I'm not a tough guy, but comparatively to most of the country, yeah, nah. Like it's a different type of hardness here, man. And so. You know, we got grit. We got, you know, people who are, you know, first generation out of not having to work in a factory.
Right.
You know, so there's a level of toughness. There's something to be said, you know, for 10 in a room. I share bathwater with my brother 7 years older than me. Like it's a different type of mentality here, man. So I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a violent guy. I'm none of those things. But
you just know how to protect
I will
yourself.
defend myself.
Right.
I will defend myself. That's it. And I will kill you over this family. I'll tell you that.
There it is right there. So family, we won't play about family. God,
no, we do not.
God, family, and friends, and your loved ones. That's
you
it.
Already know.
Man, bro, thank you for doing this, man. So, and now the next question to follow that one is, how do you feel, or what do you think about the word and term blerd?
I just would love to know who owns the trademark, right? Because to me, that's where the money is. Like I'm always looking at stuff now, and I'm like, can I buy that? Who has that? Can I get a deal with that? Like I think the term is great. I think because people are starting to embrace it, but it's like anything else. When the corporations get involved, when the cornballs start putting their stamps on it, it can get a little watered down. It can be a bit commercialized, you know. But my whole thing is, if you're gonna get watered down and commercialized, make sure you get a check for it. But I love the term blerd. I wish I had it, you know, in the 80s and 90s when I was coming up. I didn't. I was just a regular cornball, nerd, weak, whatever term you wanted to, subscribe to somebody who liked to read and put ing on the ends of his words. Oh, I used to hear it all. The teachers would say that you're very articulate, and the kids would say you talk white.
White. I knew that was coming. I knew it.
And I had it all. I had big old Coke bottle glasses, all that kind of good stuff. Okay. Blerd is black nerd. Cool Smooth, CO Smooth. If you don't know, yeah. That's all. It's just an amalgamation of black and nerd.
Nerd. That's it. Right. And we made it blerd. That's all.
Yeah. Like everything we do, man. Like our culture permeates everything, and I think that's what makes us so great, man. Because we can take our mama's old turntables and make instruments. We can,
say that
we can take characters that weren't meant for us and make them flyer. You know what I'm saying? We can break down shows in a way that other folks could only hope so. Do you honestly think Eric Voss got anything on Fantastic Frankie? I don't.
Nope. No, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, there's a flavor in everything that we do. Even our nerd culture is sexy. That's what it means to be black. So, I love the term. I love being a blerd.
Oh, man, thank you for saying that. Because, the reason I asked those first two questions is to go ahead and break the ice. And the second question is kind of more important than the first one because of this. Because some people, how we living in a new day and age, and some people don't like to be labeled as certain things. They like to be outside of the box, because if you just label them that's a blur, they think they can stay in this particular box, but which is not true. If you're a blur for anything. If you like music, sports, anything like that, you are a blur or a nerd for that particular outlet, because
Right.
you know everything about it. But you know
Yeah.
that gets publicized more, because you know that's more of a cool thing from being a kid until now, because you know back then, like you said, you had rocks thrown at you because you was sitting down minding your business reading Spider-Man, and
That's it.
they didn't understand, like, bro, you know, we out here doing something, you know, athletic. You up here sitting down, you know, like you said, the teacher said, you being very articulate, and of course they label, oh, he's trying to be like the white folks, and it's not necessarily like that. You know, we
Not at
have
all.
being black, you know, it's a good thing, but we also know being black in America is very hard and trying at times. So now
Sure.
you being a black man that is a nerd in America, so that's a whole new atmosphere of what you coming into.
Absolutely. It's hard sometimes because you kind of feel like you're on an island by itself. Like if you like, I always tell people I like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer above all those other, you know, specials back in the day, those Christmas specials, because of the not because of Rudolph. You know, even though I did relate to Rudolph on a lot of levels, she thinks I'm cute. But the island of misfit toys, because you different, they discard you, they put you away, they try to put you on the shelf, they devalue you. And the thing of it is, being a misfit is dope. You know, being unlike everybody else is dope. I tell people all the time, you know, I'm a college professor aside from being a serial entrepreneur, and I tell people all the time, being cool is nothing but mediocrity and conformity with good PR.
There it is.
Because cool people do what everybody else does. What is cool about following everybody? What is cool about looking like everybody else?
There it is.
What is cool about not having an original thought in your body? They tell you like Gunna, you like Gunna. They tell you you love Lil Nas X, you gotta love Lil Nas X. They tell you that Jennifer Lopez is the queen of R&B, and you buy it because you don't know how to think for yourself, because you've never been taught to think.
And
if that's what cool is, you can have it.
Right, and oh boy, you hit the nail on the head right there. You can have some people fired up in these comments, but you got a point, because I never understood, like you said, you know, being different, it makes you stand out than any other people. Like, for example, TikTok. Once everybody tries their best to make a trend on TikTok, and they hope that certain people will go with it and become viral. But everybody is scared to come on there to make their own content. You necessarily don't have to follow a trend. And if you do follow a trend, you know, make it different where it's kind of like, okay, I've seen like 1,000 people did it this way, but this person does it this way. Now we need to check him out more than some of these other people. That's basically how you got to look at it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the power in, like, even as a business coach, the one thing that I looked at before I decided to make the transition was everybody I saw was doing the same thing. So they would sit up there. I feel like I'm sharing the shop every time. Skip. Look here, Skip. No, but everybody was doing the same thing. They would pull out their mimosas. They'd be sitting there having their brunches. They're making their vision boards. Let me tell you something. If you want to get your glue sticks and your glitter out, knock yourself out. You know what I'm coming with? Facts and results. Let me show you what these numbers say. Right?
It is.
Because, you know, my Bible says money answereth all things. I ain't never heard a vision board answer all things. But what about the secret? Okay, let's talk the secret. I know Michael Bernard Beckwith, and he told me straight up and down the same thing that I'm going to tell you. Yeah, you can sit up there all the time. You can have all the vision boards in the world, but that does not mean that the Maserati is just going to pull up out your driveway. Like, there is a certain level of work that has to happen. The vision is to keep you focused on what it is you want. But people stop, and fall off just with the vision board. So I was like, if y'all want to do glue sticks and positivity, I'm going to talk to you real. Guy told me, yeah, man, I'm out here. I'm making $2,000. I'm like, you're one of the best personal trainers I've ever seen. What's wrong with you? Well, I mean, I think that's a good month. I said, I think that's a good hour. He was like, because we think that somehow if we make more money, we can't be black. Or if we charge more, then nobody will buy it. But you got Versace, you got Tiffany and Company, you got all these places selling paper clips and playing in your face. $1,500 for a paperclip. Man, you better start valuing yourself because everybody else is taking your swag and monetizing it.
Exactly. It is. You know what? They kind of hit home because, like, real talk, there are paper clips inside these companies he's talking about. They are no more than like up to $200. It's like, bro, you can go to I could go to Costco's or Home Depot and get some of this for free. What you mean? But and about this, so let's say this about this brand, about this Blerd community. You have people in this community that want to, that wants to stand out, that wants to get these sponsorships, these partnerships with these major companies, and they don't know particularly how to do it. So if they come up to you, ask you for advice and tips, what would you tell these?
Stop settling for products and likes. You can get product anywhere. See, the thing of it is, most of these big companies are getting their products sourced in these same places. And the thing about, and this is why I say, people, if you're not going to get a passport, connect with people who have them. Because once you start to travel and once you start to move outside of your four walls, you begin to see things differently. Most of these companies are making their products not here. Most companies haven't made products here since 1996. Most of these people are going to China to make their products. You know what the Chinese do right after they make your product? They knock it off. And those are the products that wind up on Alibaba and all these other places. So while this particular brand has a brand and they're selling you product, or they're giving you products so that you can do your unboxing. Oh, look at my box. I'm going to open my box and I'm going to see all the things in it. Hi, guys. I'm back again with another unboxing. And it's like, you're getting pimped. You're getting pimped, bro. You're getting pimped, sis. What you could do is take a couple of dollars, right? You can go on Alibaba, find products that are supplementary to your brand, and then you brand them yourself. You get those products for pennies on the dollar, and you sell them for the same amount, if not a little less or a little more, than these people that are saying, hey, you're a nice influencer. Do you know what influence means? Dollars. You think influence means a blue check. I got plenty of them. You want a blue check? I'll make you one. It's not that hard. It's called consistency and growth. Yeah, I like green checks, bro. I was happy when I got the blue check because, like, I've been doing this since '87.
Okay.
Wow. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like, I gave up a lot of my childhood to get to this point. And it's like, there are people who come along and they scamming and they got blue checks. I'm like, yo, this is corny. But aside from that piece of validation, the thing that's more important is the fact that I can feed my family, the fact that my oldest daughter got out of college completely debt-free because I paid cash, right? Nobody's really worried about too much. But we focus on the blue checks. We focus on this influencer deal. We focus on getting this product in. You're a cosplayer that is wearing wigs and lashes and makeup, and yet and still they're just giving you wigs and lashes and makeup. Where is your check coming from? And the little money you make on these apps when you're monetized is nothing compared to the money that you could be making. And no, you don't need a Patreon. You don't need to buy me a coffee. You don't need any of those types of things in order to make money. You can put a link in your bio for them just to support you, just for them to cash app you, to buy your merch. It is not that hard, and they will buy it. But a lot of this stems from the fact that you have an inferiority complex, you have limiting beliefs, and nobody has taught you anything better, so you do what every other Blerd does. Lose out on money and let the culture get raped by these companies that don't care about you. Because if they find somebody with 20,000 more followers than you, guess what, boo-boo cakes? You just lost your spot. And now what you got to show for it? Your boxes that you've already unboxed? Okay, Pandora.
Hey, that is fact. Somebody had to hear that. Hey, and that's tough love right there. You may not want to hear it, but, like you said, you got these people out here. You got these major influencers that got these 20K followers, 80K followers. But think about it. Are they really doing anything to support our community? Like I always preach on this. People would get to that level and they forget where they come from. You see them online like me and you every day. People thought I was the most stuck up person, but you can tell how we met. Coolest dude you ever want to meet. Silly as hell.
Fact.
But
Facts.
but let's say we met in person. You know, I got a
Mhm.
thickhead. He's like, nah, bro, you fake as hell. Online,
Right.
you cool, but now in person, oh no, that's fake as hell, bro. You not even you
No.
forgot you forgot where you come from. You forgot you was the one in school getting bullied and talked about for liking and stuff. And now
Mhm.
you get to the certain level, you can't even give me a decent handshake or a decent picture.
No. Excuse me. Have my people call your people. This like,
Exactly. You're not even gonna acknowledge the person that actually helped you to get where you are now.
Exactly. And it's a shame. And here's the other thing when it comes to just fumbling a bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what $1.236 million is?
I don't.
It's the annual salary of the CEO of the United Way. The CEO of the United Way makes $1.236 million a year to give away other people's money. Let that sink in. So you're a complete moron if one, you don't have a business and you're a Blerd. Number two, if you're an influencer and you do not have any type of nonprofit arm, you're so smart, you dumb. Let me break this down because I'm gonna be real quick about this, Skip, but I gotta get this out because if I don't, nobody else is ever gonna tell me.
Go ahead.
Right? So if you have a business, the one thing that the business can do, right, it can loan money to the nonprofit, which is a 501c3 distinction, which makes you a nonprofit. On top of that, you, as an employee of that business, as long as you've got a board, and you cannot have a nonprofit without a board, but if you are the CEO, the chief creative officer, any type of full-time employee for that nonprofit, after a certain amount of time, your student loans get wiped out by the government, nerd boy. Completely. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. You're missing out on the opportunity. Oh, you like to wear makeup and wigs and you like to do zombie effects and all that? You could literally start a nonprofit teaching kids how to do monster makeup, how to set up their cosplay, create cosplay businesses. You could do all of that, right? And not only that, you can set yourself up for government contracts. Oh, and God forbid you are a Black woman. That makes you a double minority. Oh, God forbid you are a Black male and gay, double minority. If you're trans, are you seeing what, like, you're missing out on money because you too cool for school and you haven't had anybody teach you. And that's the thing I want my community to understand. There's so many opportunities that we miss out on. Do you know how many government grants allotted for Black people and Black growth and development get left on the table every year?
How many?
93%. And they just sit there. The government got money for you. You don't even know because you're not even paying attention.
But hey, I hope y'all listening, man. The business bully, he giving y'all free game. I hope y'all taking it and gonna run with it. Don't let it go into one and come out the other. But hey, this free game right here, I promise you.
Bro,
I promise you it is.
I'm trying to tell you. But that's how you take your money. Like the object of the game, right? Because we get caught up in stuff that don't make no sense, Skip. And then I'll let you ask your question, right? People talk about, oh, well, Jeff Bezos don't pay taxes. Why would he? Let me explain something to you about how the 1% operates. And depending on where you are averaging, the amount of money you need to get into the bottom of 1% is usually around $441,000 if we were to average in all 50 states as far as earning that type of situation, right? I don't pay taxes. I report them. And while you're sitting here waiting for your refund, I'm laughing at you. The reason Jeff Bezos don't pay taxes is because this dude just built 2 Amazon Fresh mega stores in my neighborhood, which is an estimated, I don't know, 20 to 30,000 jobs. Do you know what that means, Skip? Do you realize other than the Olympic Committee, no company gets sought after more by commonwealths, states, and local governments more than Amazon? Simply because when you bring in an Amazon Fresh, an Amazon Warehouse, any type of Amazon with a Whole Foods, any of those businesses, you're creating jobs. When you create jobs, meaning like people like me, we sign the front of the checks while employees like you sign, not you, Skip, but the audience, sign the back of the checks. When we create a situation where other people, 50,000 people, are going to be paying taxes to the state, to the city, to the county, to the municipality, and most importantly, to the federal government, because we're doing the thing that the government doesn't want to do. The government don't want to feed you. The government don't want to house you. The government does not want to train you. We're doing all of that.
Big fact.
That's why. And we report taxes. This is a corporation. You think you live in a country. This is a corporation. And the second you're born, you're slapped with a number. And I'm not talking about the Social Security number. Go ahead and look at that birth certificate of yours and realize that there's a serial number on it for your behind, because you're a part of this situation called the Corporation of the United States. And now you are a ward of the United States Federal Reserve, which is not a federal entity at all. It's nothing to do with the government, everything to do with the finances. So when you understand how the game is played, you play at a different level. Like there's a difference between regular chess and that 3D, 3-tier Star Trek chess that people play.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Different skill set. And what I want us to do is start embracing those skill sets and finding ways to make more money so that you can quit your job, so that you can monetize your passion, so that you can do what you love to do. And that's why I'm so passionate about this.
I hear it, man. I don't know. I came back. I might get shut down again because he said, hey, the government like, hey, he's saying too much. We got to go ahead.
Yeah,
kill his
they
mic.
shut me down for 6 months. I was teaching a whole lot, and then all of a sudden they was like, started a new account. They was like, nah, we know who you are.
Hey, they going to the IRS right now. Hey, y'all need to go ahead and talk to the business bully real quick. Yeah, he's saying too much stuff.
Trust me. I got them letters. I be paying them. I be giving them their money. It's cool.
Maybe.
It's cool. IRS ain't nothing but Debo. I got my control over Debo. They tell me to pay this bill, I be paying it.
And I be talking again.
I'm gonna be talking again.
I love it. Oh man, everybody, welcome to this awesome interview. I got my brother right here, the business bully below. Now, come to find out, when we met at Head Nerds in Charge, having a good conversation.
Yes.
It was a certain emblem that he had on his purse. I ain't gonna say what that emblem was. That we are actually brothers.
Yes,
2
indeed.
times.
2 times. Yeah, because I got a new one.
Oh, you do?
I do.
I'm
You
jealous.
see that? Listen. Yeah, I was gonna get out of a certain house sooner or later.
We better stop talking because they gonna think, they
yeah.
part of Illuminati. They part of the court.
Oh, listen, when I dropped 175 pounds, there's people who think I'm a clone. They think I'm Gucci Mane.
Really?
Yeah, they be like, nah, man, that ain't him. Look, his skin too clear. He ain't got but one chin. All of a sudden, he in the gym doing pull. When you know Dave Anderson to do a pull-up? He eating healthy. He talking about macros. Nah.
They ain't him.
Nah, I don't buy it. Nope. Look, all the stuff he doing. Oh, now he on Broadway on Tuesday. So he in the Illuminati.
Right. He a lizard, man. That's him. That's not him.
Watch. Look. They're like, oh, see that? You see it? Nah. I wish.
Oh man. So bro, this is awesome, man. So let me ask you this. So what was that first comic, that first video game that introduced you to the wonderful world that that you still love to this day?
Bro, wow, that's a great question. In my book, Pitch, Close Up, Sell, Repeat, which is available wherever fine books are sold, I talk about my parents in the same way Robert Kiyosaki talks about his rich dad and his poor dad. My dad was the first Black person I ever saw open up a corner store in the hood. And my parents divorced when I was 3, so I would spend my summers and my holidays with my dad. Okay. And then, I'd be home with my mom. So I'd get Christmas Day with my mom. Day after Christmas to New Year's, I got with my dad. Right. So I get to my dad's. He says, listen, we got to get up early in the morning. We're going to the store. I'm like, all right, bet. And so there's a truck that pulls up, big white truck. I'll never forget it. And on that truck, Skip, there were 2 games. The first was Kung Fu.
Okay.
Yeah. And the second one was Galaga. And I said, Dad, why are you getting arcade games? And he said, first of all, this is the hood. And these kids don't have no Nintendo. They can't afford no Genesis, and they can't really get to the mall. So if they come to Anderson's, they're going to say, Mommy, can I get some quarters? And she's going like, yeah, where you going? Well, I'm going to Anderson's. To play some video game. Well, bring me back a pack of Benson and Hedges menthol lights 100s, a loaf of bread, and some milk. And I was just like, I remember at 7 years old looking at my daddy like, yo, my daddy's a genius. He ain't even finished college. I'm like, yo, he's just getting them in. And every day the kids knew that my dad would load that machine up with quarters. And when it ran out, you got to go get some money.
Oh.
So he had a line outside the store once they found out. He asked the guy who that he leased the games from, what are the top 2 games? I need them in my store. And then when these fall off, send me the new ones. And so every 3 months, every quarter, my dad was getting new games in. And so Kung Fu and Galaga, you know, so all summer I'm, you know, the other thing I think that really did it for me, like, I love Spider-Man a lot because he was a nerd like me.
Mm-hmm.
He get picked on. He get picked on by the jocks because I wasn't athletic. Now my brother won 2 back-to-back high school championships. My brother was just like in elementary school. He was a 3-sport athlete: football, baseball, soccer.
Okay.
My brother was Bo Jackson before that was a thing. My brother was Deion Sanders before prime time. Like, he was that work. And they're like, oh, guess what? Did you know Aaron's got a little brother? Man, as soon as I came to the school, because they had, I had preschool. As soon as I came to the school, right? They were like, hey, kid, we can't wait to get you in gym. I'm like, wow, these people crazy. I didn't have a name for my first 3 years in elementary school. I was Aaron's brother. And Aaron's brother can't, I couldn't catch, I couldn't throw. Listen, I ain't find my sport till like 4th grade. And my sport was kickball.
Okay.
Once I found out that kickball was, there's to this day, there's balls on the roof of that elementary school. I knew that I was going to be a nerd. Like, I knew that Spider-Man was for me. I like Iron Man because he would tinker and he would make adjustments, and I could relate because I had uncles that suffered from alcoholism. So I saw that. When I was a teenager, like, I understood the Punisher because I got beaten up by a gang of kids. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted revenge, but instead of revenge, I would read the Punisher. When I was little, I remember when I got beat up by those kids. Matter of fact, if you look right here, this is where they hey big boy, this is where they put a cleat through and scratched my orbital bone.
Oh wow.
And I remember like being, can you get Daddy a juice? I remember healing up, and I was watching G.I. Joe, and they decided to do something different this particular season. This is the 1989 season of G.I. Joe.
Oh.
What they did was they made 3 very important changes. Number 1, they stopped focusing on Destro trying to usurp authority. Number 2, they changed Cobra Commander's helmet to like a ghostly type of sheet, a blue sheet.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart. I need a bottle of juice because you gave me the thing without a straw. Thank you, baby. And then the third thing they did was they said, we need a supervillain that could actually get rid of G.I. Joe. We could actually make a run for it. We're going to put billions of dollars into creating the perfect supervillain. And they went and got DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, from Napoleon, from Hannibal, from all of these different quote unquote, thank you, baby. No, because mommy will kill me. You come on camera looking like that. Go on there. Go, love you. From all these different historical supervillains, and they created Serpentor, and everything about him was all bottom line. This I command. And I knew when then you fast forward 5 years when that OJ trial happened, and people was like, what the hell is DNA? I'm like, deoxyribonucleic acid. I'm like, I said, bitch, I watched G.I. Joe. Like, that type of education is crazy, bro.
And that's the funny part. And like these comic stores, like G.I. Joe, you said, they actually really teach you life lessons that actually happen in life. Because people like, you say DNA, what that mean? How you know that? Shit, G.I. Joe. How you know about depression? The Punisher. How you know about getting, how you know about bullying? Spider-Man getting picked on, because like to this day I would say Spider-Man is more realistic hero to today's world, because we all been that kid that's been in school, that's been bullied, that's been harassed, that's been talked about, that had somebody to die in their family, and they think it was their fault. So that's why I think Spider-Man relates to a lot of people in this community, because Spider-Man is like he was a kid, he grew up, and he lived, and he still lives with that, that hurt that Uncle Ben died and it was my fault. And some of us today, we still live with that. Because
Yeah.
we think, you know, if we would have been there or if we would have did something a certain way, that family member in our family could have still been alive if I would have done that.
And what makes Spider-Man so brilliant is they kept doubling down on this man's trauma, right? When Stacy dies, damn, if I could have done that differently. Like I'm just a constant mess up. Then Mary Jane moves in. Like,
Right.
oh snap. Right? Because you don't want to get hooked up by anybody your auntie tell you, like, nah, it's not. And then she comes through and she's popping.
True.
And, you know, and everybody like, yo, she's out of his league. Any nerd worth his or her salt knows that there's always somebody who's out of their league, you know. And I remember in college, I saw a girl, I went right up to her, I said, hey, my name's Dave Anderson. I'm going to marry you one day. She said, you crazy. And everybody said, that chick's out your league. Guess what? She's in the couch with my daughter. So, like, eventually, Spider-Man grows up. You know, Reed Richards. If you look at, I tell people all the time, y'all can say whatever you want about the Fantastic Four movies. That monologue in that second Fantastic Four movie, Fantastic Four 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer, when the dude was like, yeah, you don't know nothing about football. He's like, yeah, you're right. I did study this, that, and the third, but I'm the smartest man on the planet. Not only that, I got the most beautiful woman in the world. Like, not only that, you
Big
coming
fact.
to me. So all your football, you know, all your football hero dreams are, you know, are nothing in comparison to the life I'm living.
Eddie Cat experience. You right. I feel you. I'm a pin your comment.
So,
you right. Spider-Man is a tragedy story. No happy ending, no matter the art. Big fact. You right about that.
The other thing is, if you notice, what I'm doing right now is I'm fixing my youngest daughter's Joker toy. Got to keep the blerdom going.
Hey, she gets.
I give it to you. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Hey, what she know about the Joker?
Dev, come here real quick.
Let's see.
Who's the Joker? The villain. Yeah. Who's he fight? There you go. That's my girl. Okay, close that. Go get your juice.
Hey, that's what I say. Hey, bro, keep stalling them early. That's all you can do. Keep stalling them early.
That's it. Because she sees me, she's like, Daddy, after this, can we watch my favorite anime? I'm like, yeah. She's like, Daddy, you know what my favorite anime is? I said, go ahead, tell me. She'd be like, Haunted House. Have you seen Haunted House?
I haven't. What is that?
Just get a bottle out of the fridge, honey.
Yeah.
Haunted House.
Haunted
House. It's on Netflix. It's phenomenal. It's about these folks, this family that has like a goblin that rocks with them, and they're basically trying to help, you know, these monsters and these ghosts transition. And most of them are only monsters because they have tragic deaths.
Wait,
it's crazy good.
Are you talking about? Are they at in an amusement park? Okay, no, that's new. Oh, what? That's
no, it's really good. You gotta check that out, man. But
that's something to look at. Haunted House. Okay.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I love that. When I was a teenager, I saw Ninja Scroll. I was like, oh yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, Vampire Hunter D. And then in the early 2000s when they dropped Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, I was here for it. I hated the Van Helsing movies because I'm like, y'all turned Hugh Jackman into a low budget Vampire Hunter D. That's corny. You know, but I'm
it could have worked. It could have worked,
bro.
It could have
worked, but it needed a better script.
I agree, because now, like how they take, like how Marvel going. Because have you seen the new phases of what Marvel's finna do now?
I've seen some of it. I haven't seen all of it, but it's a machine, bro. Good or bad, it's a machine.
True.
But I feel like they owe me and my big brother a check because we had fan casted half of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the 80s. Like we wanted Angela Bassett to be Storm. We wanted Patrick Stewart to be Professor X. You know Halle Berry was the third choice for Storm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Angela Bassett was like, I don't get it. Janet Jackson was going to do it, but then she had a tour. Janet Jackson Storm would have been, good God.
And technically, if you think about it, Angela Bassett Storm would have been, oh my God.
Listen.
This is Black Goddess in this rare.
To this day.
Angela
Nothing.
Bassett
Upstairs, you
and
gotta go
Storm?
upstairs. I'm doing it. I'm doing an interview. You cannot. Your
Janet
mother will
Jackson.
kill me.
Janet
Go.
Jackson
Go.
and Storm.
Janet Jackson and Storm almost happened.
Man, I said that's a what do you think would have been different if those two would have actually got the part of Storm? Do you think the X-Men,
Yes.
would have went totally different?
I think X-Men would have done so much more for little black girls who are chocolate, like my little black girls are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And nothing against Halle Berry
Right.
at all, but we know Halle Berry is mixed. She's a lighter. She's a safe complexion. It's why I tell people this all the time. Yes, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is one of my favorite people. Matter of fact, I'm wearing his sweatpants right now.
Okay.
I love Project Rock. They're very comfortable. Shouts to Under Armour. Here's my issue. Idris Elba cannot play James Bond, but
Right.
nobody batted an eye when The Rock played Hercules. Nobody bats an eye when The Rock kisses white women on camera. Nobody got upset at the fact that he's playing Black Adam. He has the complexion for the protection, and that's why he's what it is. But the dope thing about The Rock from a business perspective, his ex-wife runs all the businesses. They own the XFL together. She also manages Henry Cavill. The Rock wants to do, a lot of people don't know this, The Rock wants to do a DCEU versus Marvel crossover event. The Rock wants to reboot the DCEU, and I think it's going to be phenomenal. Like, everything he touches just makes money.
Hey, the Rock out here hustling, man. That's the goal. Oh, he out here grinding. But like you did say a point though. Like the only reason Idris Elba cannot become the next James Bond because of his skin complexion, and that's the part. And that's the part that's killing everybody. And people get upset. Oh, James Bond was a real person. No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
When was James Bond
in the
real?
50s and 60s in their imagination, because white people technically don't have a lot of actual heroes that don't have horrible stories. Thomas Jefferson is dope until you realize that he's a pedophile, rapist, and slave owner. George Washington is dope if you believe the cherry tree and the wooden teeth, which you all know those teeth came from the slaves that he owned.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like every last one of their heroes has something wrong with them. That's why they love criminals so much. That's why they like Bonnie and Clyde so much. That's why they worship Al Capone so much. Like, we have actual heroes. There's no Ford Motor Company without George Washington Carver. I know they like to put him with peanuts, but the assembly line, the Ford plant, there's a reason it's called a plant, because the man was a botanist, for Christ's sakes. And he gave that man an idea. There's no light bulb without Latimer. And if Edison invented the light bulb, explain why Latimer wrote the patent. I'm just doing math here.
Talk. Because
right.
And here's the thing. Why are they now trying to whitewash our history? They don't want to put this out public. They don't want to put this knowledge out.
Do you want your dirty secrets being aired out for everybody to see? Also, if in fact you cop to any of that, then you can be held liable by, all the Geneva Convention. You could be held liable by the United Nations and be sanctioned to the point where you would be forced to have to give the descendants of African and Native slaves reparations. And we don't want that. On top of that, we still believe the lie that all of us came here from Africa as if we weren't already here. Like, have we read Before the Mayflower by Lerone Bennett? Have we read They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima? At some point, you got to realize, Hawaii was black. We invented surfing. Oh, you want to know why them Samoans look a little funny? They're us too, because the Samoans and the Hawaiians are also mixed with black people, the natives that were there, the Japanese that were there, the Spanish that were there. And by Spanish, I mean people from Spain in Europe, like a Charlie Sheen,
right.
Not like a Jennifer Lopez. So when we start talking about where we actually came from and what we actually do, it's a different type of conversation. And there's a lot of shame this country had.
It is.
A lot of shame.
A lot.
So, yeah, they're not going to cop to it. Like, I was watching the Elvis movie. Phenomenal movie.
But we know the truth.
There's some things in there that were very, very true that I didn't think they were ever going to talk about. Like, Elvis and B.B. King were actually close. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But Elvis is still a country boy from the South. and a country boy from the South that happened to only relate to that because, listen, when you poor, like when I was in elementary school, there was a little white girl named Bobby Joe Palladino. I'll never forget her because she had the asymmetrical cuts with the lines in her hair. Like, you know, she went to the black barber shop. She had the dookie earrings, all that good stuff. She was one of us. You want to know why? Because we was all poor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you poor and that's all you grow up around, because the regular white folks don't want you. It's even like, what did Morgan Freeman say, Lean on Me? You're just a bunch of niggas and spit and poor white trash. And that's just what it is. And so it's a different type of thing. That doesn't mean that it's not cultural appropriation because it is, but there's an asterisk there.
Mm-hmm.
And so they kind of cleaned up a lot of stuff with Elvis.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
did. They really did.
But they also talked a lot about the victimhood, right? How folks was drugging him, you know, and got him strung out. That's why I was like, Elvis died when he was 42. I thought that man was like 60. He was 42. That means I'm 2 years older than Elvis is. And I was looking at that like, ooh, I was looking at that footage. I was like, ugh, bro. Like, they had you on that stuff, King.
He had it on a hard. I said, boy, damn, King, they got you hooked up. I'm all fucked up. I'm on drugs.
I'm going to tell you what, though. I've never admitted this on any interview ever.
What's that?
One of my guilty pleasures, Elvis movies.
Really?
Mr. Heartache, I found a way to make him leave. Got a pocket full of rainbows. Got my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, no, man. I sang backgrounds for Levert, Teddy Pendergrass, all types of folks.
Bruh, so you can say, so I saw the comment. Somebody said you could sing too, which it was proven.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was singing a long time, man.
Let me find out. You're gonna be the next contestant on American Idol.
No, you know what was funny? True story. The year Ruben won, I was supposed to audition there because I would go to karaoke contests and just ring it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like if the top prize is $250, I'm coming in like, well, I'm just gonna get up here. Lately I've been thinking something's going wrong because you got an attitude. And I walk out with my $250 and go about my business. And like one of these karaoke DJs was like, yo, there's this thing called American Idol. I was like, yeah, I saw that. You think they're going to have a big fat black kid win that thing on national television? Then Ruben started to show up. I'm like, I could have done that. I could have done that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I know people got mad like, is he here? Damn, there he go. He's gonna win. Go ahead, go home, everybody. No more karaoke contest. He's gonna win.
But did you see what they did to him though? Go back and watch the tape. Go back and watch that season finale of American Idol. Two things happened. Number one, Clay was like, yeah, I'm happy you won, but you know that's my championship. And then they, keep in mind, same record label, conflict of interest. Oh, by the way, this hat is wearbrims.com. It's a black-owned hat company. Make sure y'all support him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Archie. The thing of it is, when Ruben Studdard was booked on Mad TV, Clay Aiken, the runner-up, was on Saturday Night Live. I can't make this up.
Wait, shouldn't that been flipped?
Yes.
Shouldn't Ruben been on Saturday Night Live and Clay should have been on Mad TV? Not knocking Mad TV because we all know Mad TV was better than Saturday Night Live.
Oh, all day, every day. But I mean, Fox versus NBC, 25 million versus 10. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then the songs they would try to stick him with, I'm flying without wings. It's like I missed a shot. It's like I dropped the ball. Oh, damn, I'm sorry. That song was sorry. What you apologizing for? Don't neutralize your big ass. If you don't get your Gerald Levert on, that's why I was happy. Like, you know, I got to be around like real big men that you know was aggressive when it comes to that loving. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of vibe. You 17 on the road with Gerald Levert. You learn some things. So I look at that Ruben situation like, damn, man, yeah, I could have done that, but I don't think that was my destiny. Like, I'm dope, but like a lot of my friends could sing me under the table, and I'm like, yeah, I can hold a tune. Like, I've done some really cool backgrounds. I've done some, you know, really dope reference songs. And for those who don't know what a reference is like what happens when a songwriter has an idea, they get you to record it, and then they pitch it. They want you to sing it like this, right? And you sing it, and then they go pitch it to Usher or go pitch it to, you know, whoever. So I you know, I've done some reference tracks.
Okay.
You know, but you know, and then I've done a couple things. I was supposed to sing backgrounds for The Chi, not the TV show. There's a group with Carl Thomas, Donnell Jones, and Carl
Damn.
Thomas, Daniel Jones, and who am I? Dave Hollister.
I didn't. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
because they
something
were
I
all
didn't
from
know.
Chicago. And Puffy, like, and this is 15, 20 years ago. I think they're finally getting it done because Puffy was blocking it, allegedly. Because, you know, I don't know if he just didn't want Carl Thomas making money. But yeah, they're all from Chicago. So they were going to call the group the Shy.
Shy. That's fine. I like that.
Yeah,
Man, bro, you had a question in here for somebody. Let me go.
Yeah.
Oh, here it goes. It said, what comic book hero or storyline would you like to see Disney movie do?
I would like to see T'Challa and Storm get married.
You know what? I think everybody want to see that. I've been waiting. I've been waiting on that one. That's what I've been waiting on.
And for you people who keep talking about, oh, you shouldn't recast T'Challa because Chadwick Boseman would no, Chadwick Boseman did not want you to see him. He wanted you to see Thurgood Marshall. He wanted you to see Jackie Robinson. He wanted you to see
James
T'Challa.
Brown.
He did not. He wanted you to see James Brown. He did not want you to see him. He wanted to be able to, the same way Denzel cracked that door open for him, he wanted to crack that door open for other people.
Let me
You
ask
know,
you this.
and so that's crazy.
Let me ask you this, bro. I'm glad you brought that subject up. So, I mean, we know. Don't get me wrong. We miss him. We love Chadwick Boseman, but you
Yes.
know, we know Black Panther is never going to be the same without him. You know, because he like he said, Denzel cracked the door for him. I ain't know all the other, you know, all the other movies, iconic Black characters he played. We truly appreciate it, but you know, they're going to have to fill that void for a Black Panther. And I know I don't like to say it, but it has to happen because if Chadwick was still here, he probably say, "No, go ahead, push it through," because we need representation of us in the Marvel universe. You know, we got Sam Wilson, cool, but we need more. So you know, I was just the gateway. Sam Wilson is here now, but we do need more. And that goes back to my people Milestone Comics.
Milestone, absolutely.
Yeah. And so why are they not being, you know, they wasn't seen, but they are being heard and seen now?
Here's the thing: there is money in blackness. There will always be money in blackness.
True.
Black people are the ultimate gold rush. I said this on the Breakfast Club. I think like my second or third time on there. The greatest export we have is Black creativity. It's everywhere, bro. Like I had a radio show, right? And I was syndicated, and one of the places I was able to go to was Holland. You know, going to the Netherlands, man. Like when I was, it was rock star shit, bro. Like they loved me. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, no wonder David Hasselhoff loves this shit. These folks is like, it's such a different type of vibe. And the one thing that I loved was that everybody was really, really like just into the authenticity, right? And when I lived in Nashville, Tennessee, I had a sales manager tell me that they make my salary every single night off of the commercials on my show. And he was like, if I were you, I'd renegotiate my contract because you're keeping the lights on here, kid. And I was like, and he showed me the ledgers. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. They will take what we do and just make all the money off of it, give us some crumbs and say, there you go. But did you see the documentary they did on
HBO Max?
Yeah.
No, I'm meaning to play it. I'm gonna play it though, but it's on there, so I'm gonna definitely check it out.
Watch it tonight because the ill thing is not the Milestone Comics story. The ill thing is not the involvement of Reginald Hudlin. The ill thing is it's presented by Ally Bank.
Really?
And spoiler alert, the last 10, 15 minutes, they spend time talking about how Ally Bank is, you know, doing all these wonderful things in the Black community. And you know what? I love WGM. For those of you who don't know what WGM is, that's white guilt money. I want all of it. I want as much of it as you can get. Oh, he's selling out. No, I'm buying in because you want to know what happens when I take those white dollars, those Asian dollars, they become black dollars, and then I can hire more black people. Like, this is how this game is played, and y'all keep trying to keep it real, but y'all have, like, y'all just generally speaking about my people, y'all are keeping it real goes wrong, right? Y'all want to keep it real, y'all want to keep it hood, but if you keep in the hood, do you realize how many thriving businesses are in the hood that ain't owned by you? Because if the hood ain't got no money in it, explain why there's always a bodega. Explain why there's always a Chinese food store. Explain why there's always 2 or 3 Dunkin' Donuts. Explain to me why there's so many fast food joints, and most densely populated Black areas have been designated food deserts. Like, at some point, you got to start looking at it and saying, yo, there's money here. We just got to learn how to make it, right? And the other part of that is some of y'all are too damn cool that you're missing out on the bag. Like, I keep telling people, and they keep telling me I'm wrong, but I'm not. Like, if you were to take all the cues and say, listen, y'all should start a security company. Do you want to fight a queue? I tell you, it's literally a dog pile. I've done it. It's not fun. The other part of that is if you got the alphas teaching accounting, if you got the AKAs teaching charm school to little girls, if you got the Zetas and the SGROs teaching culinary classes, and yes, I'm stereotyping. If you got if you got the Kappas teaching grooming, you know what I'm saying? We have a different type of situation. If you get the Deltas to go to every school board meeting and find out why we can't get computers to these kids in the hood, it's a different type of ball game. But we don't play like that. You know what we do? Hashtag my life needs to be seen. Hashtag this ain't right. Hashtag y'all ain't gonna talk about George Floyd until May 25th next year. Y'all ain't gonna talk about Trayvon until around the end of February. Y'all are not going to say anything about Eric Garner until somebody points it out. Like, this is how fickle we are. And everybody who's in power can just wait us out because they know we'll be off of it and we'll be right back to consumerism.
True. And in that whole speech, you didn't say nothing about the sickness, but I just want to say that we do something.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm saying. But, I will say the Shriners be having hospitals.
That they do.
That's all I'm saying.
That they do.
Where, your kid can go and get treatment and not have to worry about a bill. That's all I'm saying. But okay, go off.
Man, bro, appreciate it. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I ain't condemning nobody. I'm just calling a spade a spade.
I feel that. So, bro, man. Now, if you can be any superhero in any universe, what superhero would you be, and what would your powers be?
Wow, if I could be any superhero in any universe, who would I be, and what would my powers be? That's a very good question because I don't get I'm so used to being asked business questions. I'm like, wow. Whenever I get Blerd questions, I'm like, damn, I gotta think. Hold up. I would absolutely love, to be Black Panther with the cosmic powers. So you got vibranium, technology, unlimited wealth, and the cosmic powers. It's over with.
So
there's nothing I couldn't do.
So basically, Black Panther meets Doctor Strange.
Yes, absolutely. Spider-Man had the cosmic powers once, and that was one of his best runs. I think there's something to be said there for because a lot of what Black Panther is to me, Black Panther is very little difference between him and Thor in that what we call magic, they call science.
Science, right?
Then you start dealing with mysticism and this, that, and the third, and then you look at even if you look at Moon Knight, you start you see all these gods and goddesses. Bast was there, just like we saw Bast in Love and Thunder. Very quickly, but we saw her, and so it's like, oh, okay, this is what that is. So there's all of these different possibilities. I like the idea of being able to traverse time. I like the idea of being able to save my people. I like the idea of having strength. I like the idea of having the wisdom of my ancestors at my beck and call at any given moment. I think that there's something to be said for that. And that's why, I think the difference for me, why I love Black Panther, has less to do with the fact that he's Black and more to do with the fact that he's not as traumatized as a Tony Stark or a Bruce Wayne.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Only time he got traumatized once he saw his father got killed at the UN. and that was in Captain America: Civil War.
Civil War, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time he
Like,
got really
yeah.
traumatized.
But to me, there was still so much more, and I think that's another thing we got to be careful of when it comes to what we demand from these cinematic universes. Because the T'Challa that we got, even though Chadwick did a phenomenal job, he can only do what's on the page. He can only interpret what's in that script. Where's the part about T'Challa going and getting like 6 degrees? Where's the part about him being smarter and richer than Tony Stark? Where are all those things? Because basically they turned him into James Bond and turned his sister into Q.
Exactly. And then and also, they forgot, like, Black Panther really has some extraordinary powers. What happened to the part where he can go to the world of the living and the world of the dead?
Right. Yeah. I guess only when you assume the mantle, which I thought was corny. Right.
Right.
And it's like we got to stop with these small little compromises. And Black people got to stop with this whole, you got to start somewhere. So we started somewhere. We started this country. Let's start there.
All of it, because our history.
Right.
Is American history, but they don't want to say that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Everything we do is us. Man, bro, I got some good news, man. We have made it to the hour mark of this awesome interview. So, how was it? Was it bad? Was it terrible? How was it as a host? Let me know.
Oh man, phenomenal, bro. Listen, as a professional, I would say you're doing phenomenally well. I think like this is so important. I wish more platforms, understood having these conversations, bringing Blerds from all different walks of life, in to talk about more than just, the typical everyday average stuff, man. Like we're a rich tapestry, bro.
We are.
You know what I'm saying? And there's so much there that needs to be exposed and needs to happen. Somebody said I'm a Ninja Turtle hanging with the rats and the roaches. Listen, then we all Ninja Turtles by that,
Hey, that's my biggest fandom. So I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man.
Listen, I'm so here for it.
Bro, do me a favor. The Black business that you're supporting right now, can you type that information in the comments so everybody go follow and support this Black business? Because over here, we all about supporting Black business.
Oh, I got a bunch of them. So
big or small. So man, I'm telling you, this is the thing y'all need to follow. Like I always say, if we want our Black dollars to keep Black, we gotta support our own business because the business is out here. We just got to do our part and go out support it and keep it up to keep the business here.
Yeah. So I put a couple of businesses I like a lot. Let's see here.
Everybody, welcome. Y'all caught the end of this awesome interview, but don't worry, it will not be deleted. It will still be on the IG page, and I'm gonna take some of these and put it on the YouTube page for Blerd Over, so y'all can catch the interview there.
So I gave y'all a couple. Real quick, Wear Brims. That's where I get all of my fancy hats, and they ain't cheap, but I mean, they'll last forever. I ain't gonna let you see my horrible hair right now, right? Triumph Tissue, which I helped build from scratch. Which is an amazing company. Y'all, I got to put them in there too. At Triumph.
Yeah, I pin it in the comments. So if y'all want to go follow these awesome people, these Black businesses, go ahead, support them.
Right. So my travel agency, Doja Luxury Services, absolutely awesome. If you want some real experiences, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna put together a Blerd cruise very, very soon. So I'm excited about that, which is going to be like damn all these conferences. Let's get on the boat. Let's party on the Lido deck. Let's get the Blerd cosplay pajama party popping.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there, yo. We got to keep this popping. We got to keep this train rolling, man, bro. Before you go though, I gotta ask you one question. Are you ready for the question?
I'm ready for the question.
Business book.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Would you like to play a game?
I want to play a game.
All right, that is awesome. So it's game time, everybody. So I play a game with people just to have some fun with the person I'm interviewing and have the community involved with you as well. So I'm gonna give you a breakdown of 5 games that we play, and once I finish breaking it down, it's up to you to which game you want to play with your boy. Are you ready for the breakdown?
Hell yeah.
All right. Game number 1. It is called hashtags. Now, in hashtags, I will show you this card. And on this card will be a very peculiar group of letters. Each letter represents an acronym. It's an acronym from a song, a movie title, a daily saying, something that we grew up with as being black in America. It's up to you to guess what's on that card. Now, I will show you 4 cards. It will represent 4 categories. You will have 3 lifelines, and that is hashtag. Game number 2 is called question. I will ask you 4 simple questions, and you will have 3 lifelines. And if you can't happen to, answer these questions, you have to use the anime word, which is what everybody knows is Nani to activate your lifeline. You're going to have 4 questions, 3 lifelines. It's not going to be no hard questions, something very simple, every day. So that is question. Game number 3, it is called Riddle Me This. It's the same concept as question. Instead of question, I'm going to ask you 4 riddles, 3 lifelines, Nani to activate your lifeline. Game number 4, it is called Name That Tune. Now, in Name This Tune, I will give you 5 categories. Once we get to category number 3, that's when things become very interesting. Now, in this Name This Tune, I will play any theme song in the nerd realm, all the way up from Harry Potter, all the way down to X-Men. It's up to you to guess the name of that song. And in this, you have 3 lifelines. And I can play the song for you as many times as you like. That is Name That Tune. Game number 5, it is called Finish the Tune, where I will play a theme song that has some lyrics in it. I will play it up to a certain part, and I will cut it off. It's up to you to finish the next sentence in that song. That is, finish the tune. And game number 6, it is called Oh Can You Sing, where in this game, I will give you 3 words. I will pull up my dictionary. I will give you a word. You have to sing a song that is affiliated or related to that word. And in this, you cannot give me the title of the song. You have to sing a lyric that has that word in it. And in this, you only have 5 seconds to think of it. And that is it. So, Busy, what game would you like to play?
I think it's unfair, like, just as a musician, like, because the last 3, like, I could murder. And I mean, I don't think that's any fun for the people watching. Like, I don't know what they want me to play. There's a lot of really good games. Riddle Me This sounds dope. Question sounds dope. Hashtag, like, damn, you got some really good games, bro. Like, I would just love to do just a game night episode where we do all these joints. I don't know. The first thing, whoever puts up in the comments what they think I should do, that's what I'll do.
So, okay. So, people in the comments, he's going to you. Which game would you like for him to play? Is it number 1, hashtag? Is it number 2, question? Is it number 3, riddle me this? Is it number 4, name that tune? Is it number 5, finish the tune? Or is it number 6, oh, can you sing? We're going to leave it up to you in the comment. Whatever y'all put in the comments, we're going to go. So, please put your answers now.
Yo, by the way, I need that Speed Racer mix.
You need a speed. Oh, yeah.
That thing crazy.
Holla at my boys on the Remix Maniacs. Bruh, they remix any theme song you could think of. They remix it. They on YouTube. They on IG. They are called the Remix Maniacs. Some boys legit. They out of California.
Dope. Yeah, Remix Maniacs. Let me write that down because I'm going to forget.
Okay. We got 2. We got 2 for number 6. Okay, so number 6 is Oh Can You Sing?
Damn, y'all just want me to sing. That's a damn shame.
Oh, sorry about that, people. Gotta hit myself. All right.
Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. Yeah, y'all just want me. Blerd Sunday. What's up, Blerd Sunday? He has to sing. Boy, y'all horrible.
Everybody say, oh yeah, fam, he gotta sing. Don't
Kill him with the vocals.
We don't want nothing else. He gotta sing.
Like, I don't want to listen. We can listen to him talk. No, just sing. Words are funny. That's funny. That is funny. I'm here for it. Let's do it.
All right, so people, we are going with game number 6, which is Oh Can You Sing? So in this game, I got my stopwatch here. He got 5 seconds to think of a word that I give him. If he can't think of it, he's gonna get this sound right here. And if you get it, you
Horrible.
get this sound. And boom, winner. You got 3 words. 5 seconds.
Okay.
Y'all think he could do it?
Come on, man.
All right.
Best
all
in
right.
the world.
Let's
Let's
go
go.
ahead and set everything up, and we're gonna get started.
Love that. I can't believe y'all just told me I like sing. Like y'all they just wanted me to sing all the time. Like sing. Shoot.
All right, we are ready. Had to play that Pokemon sound, get ready for battle.
Mhm.
So we should go ahead and get everything on and started, and we are ready for our first word.
Okay.
Are you ready for your first word?
I'm ready. Let me take these off.
Here we
I
go.
can't even see.
And since I'm gonna be fair, this my brother gonna be fair. He's gonna have 10 seconds to think of something. So 10 seconds. All
Well,
right,
thank
y'all.
you.
We're gonna do it like that. All right, here we go. Your first
All
word.
right, let's go.
3, 2, 1. Your word is talk. Talk. Talk.
Come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know your name. Oh, okay, there we go.
All right. All right. Word. Are you ready for your next word, sir? Word number 2.
I think so.
Okay. Your next word is toxic. Your next word is toxic. Toxic.
Wow.
And
Toxic. Boy, the taste of your lips, I'm on a rise. Your toxic tongue slipping under.
all right, he killing the game. Okay.
Let's see.
Here we go. Are you ready for your last word, good sir?
I am ready for my last word. Let's go 3-0 on them. Let's go 3-0 on them. Don't give me no soft. Don't give me no powder puff pastry. Give me something. Give me something good. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Something good. Okay. Something good. You know what? I'm gonna do this. People in the comments, we're gonna go with the best one. Give me a word in the comments. He has to sing it. Give me any word. That's what we gonna do. Yeah. Give me any word y'all want him to sing. Put it in the comments.
This audience does not love me like this. They selling me out for their own entertainment. I cannot believe.
We're gonna go with the people in the comments. This is gonna be good. Put your word in the comments right now. Let's go, people. Let's see what y'all got.
Word in the comments. I can't believe this. Let's see.
Oh shit. Well, there go one. Now we're gonna go with that one. The first one. Spectacular.
Spectacular.
And go.
Spectacular. It's kind of just miraculous. That is from Moulin Rouge. Damn.
Hey.
I think I had something for that, and I did.
Hey,
I'm so happy.
Underscore the fat man. He tried to get you. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get this one spectacular. Yeah, we gonna put that in there."
Damn.
All right.
Xylophone. Yeah, I ain't got nothing for xylophone or flaccid.
Hey, he 3-0. So I'm gonna do this for you, bro. Let's do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you want to go for a bonus one, or you want to keep it 3-0?
Let's go for the bonus. You in for a dime. You in for $1.
All right. Let's go. All right. Your bonus word is going to be the word fine. The word is fine. Fine. And go.
I won't waste my time. I like fine. Oh, fine. Yeah, I like that song.
Mary J. Blige. Shout out to Mary J. Buddy. You win. Bro, congratulations. That was awesome. You got it. You got it. He cleared the board. Man, bro, thank you for coming on. At this time, you need to do me a favor for me. Give the good people that are watching us right now, hearing us talk, give them some words of encouragement, some upliftment.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you that 18.1 months is the longest tenure that is for Americans in full-time employment. We are creative people. We are people who do amazing, amazing things. And there's no reason why, if you get the right teaching, if you get the right coaching, whether it's me or not, you can actually do something that will make you happy. The happiest I am is not about money making. It's about the fact that I can play with my kids. It's that I choose when I get up. Like tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go work out with my trainer. I'm going to come home. I'm going to shower. I'm going to do some meetings. I get to do what I want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I did what I had to do. And what I do above all else is serve my people. And there's no reason why you can't serve yours. There's no reason why you can't pursue those dreams just because your parents told you it's a pipe dream. Now, some of y'all trying to rap in your cousin Winky's basement. Yeah, that's a pipe dream. But most of you are sitting on $1 million idea. And I want to say something to you that's going to make you think. If Steve Harvey had 3 failed marriages and wrote books that have sold millions of copies on how to maintain relationships, there's nothing out of reach for you. There's nothing that you can't do, right? If a fat kid with a stutter can make his living speaking and writing books and coaching people to be their best selves, there's no reason why you can't, because most of y'all are smarter than me. I got a 725 on my SATs. There's nothing you can't do. I still got my Mensa pen, so I ain't no moron. I just wasn't baked. I'm not good at standardized tests. I need you to believe not in yourself, but I need you to believe in my belief in you, because I'm wearing the same skin you wearing. My blood is flowing through your veins. Like, I look like you, you look like me. I believe in my people above all else, and I believe in you. So if you don't have no belief in yourself, if you ain't got no self-esteem, I offer you David-esteem. Believe in my belief in you until your belief can kick in. And if you want some help, you can slide up in my DMs. Just DM me the word growth, and I'm happy to help, man. There's so many of us that go our whole lives not finding that thing that makes them feel fulfilled, makes them feel like they have their purpose, and they get beaten down and beaten up and kicked over by life. And I'm trying to tell you that I'm there to hold you accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there to help you be great. And that's all it takes, man. And I don't want you to have to say to yourself, damn, I got to go to work tomorrow, if you don't want to be there. There's ways to make it happen. This is the great, say whatever you want about this corporation. It's the greatest country on earth, because you can use their rules against them. You can make your mark. You can make your money. You can live your dream. I'm going to perform on Broadway in 48 hours. Let that sink in. A kid from the hood who was getting stoned for reading comic books. Like, there's nothing you can't do. I ain't that special. I guarantee at the last Illuminati meeting with, me, Jay-Z, and Aquaman, nothing special happened. No, I'm kidding. But I really want you to believe in yourself, man. Like I said, get some of this Davis-stein. That's it, man. I love you so much. So if you hear me yelling and screaming at you, if you hear me telling you that you're missing out on the bag, it's not because I'm trying to be hateful. It's because I'm trying to show you love the only way I know how. And the only way I know how to show love is by holding us accountable, by wanting us to be better. So that's just what it is. Shout out to one of my clients, the Black Fairy Godmother. She gives her entire life helping people like battered women, single moms who are down on their luck, finding them housing, finding them medical care, finding them things that they can do. She literally is granting wishes, getting girls' teeth fixed, figuring out how little boys can get, baseball and football equipment, how folks can live, how they can put food in their pantry. Like, she's literally just going, hey, this single mom has a bill that she needs to get paid. Who's going to help? And then she takes all that money and she gives it to that person. She's a real, you want to talk about a black superhero? Black Fairy Godmother is an actual black superhero.
Shout out to
I had a friend
Fairy
who was
Godmother.
out. Listen, I had a friend who was out on the street, and this friend is famous. I ain't gonna say who it is, but this friend is like, like, if I told you who it was, you'd be like, no way. I'm like, yes way. And I called a Black Fairy Godmother. She was like, don't even worry about it. 48 hours, boom.
That is awesome. God, that's
so
awesome.
Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you trying to tell me that the stuff's in us is not in you, but you look like us? How? You can do this, man. And if you don't know how, let me help you. That's it.
It is, bro. Thank you for coming on, man. At the time,
Bro.
let the people know where they can follow you at on all these social platforms. If they just want to, follow you in your journey, get more advice from you, let them know where they can find you at, bro.
Well, you can always slide my DMs right here on Instagram. Everything is at the Business Bully except for Twitter, which is DA Business Bully, like Dave Anderson Business Bully. You also can check out any of my websites, all of my stuff. If you do that 20-20-20 move for me, click the link in my bio. You can find anything there. I just launched an amazing course for those of you who I don't have a vision, I don't have a dream, I just want to make money. Okay, cool, I got you. I'm a professor at Temple University, and I've created a course that launches September 1st that teaches you how to build your own social media marketing agency. And for those of you who say everybody's no, they're not. No, they're not. If you just focused on, I don't know, taxidermists. If you just focus on taxidermists, there are literally 25,000 taxidermy places in densely populated cities, right? That's not counting the other 75,000 that aren't. All of them need a social media presence. I show you how to staff your social media agency. I show you how to get all of the graphic design, all of the systems, absolutely everything, for less than it costs you to take 3 classes out of college. And it's the most amazing thing you could ever possibly do. Somebody just bought the course today and was thrilled to do so, because you'll earn 6 figures in 6 months. And you're working literally, no exaggeration, no hype, less than 10 hours a week when you start. And then it drops down to 2 after 6 months. 6 figures for 2 hours a week, that ain't bad. So,
that ain't bad.
All that's in my bio, man. So, holler at me, shoot me a DM. I just want to be a resource for y'all to help, man. And if you're a Blerd that has not figured out how to monetize your situation, come here. Just come on, take my hand. I got you.
There it is. Told you, man. Good people, man. I hope y'all watch this interview. I hope y'all learn something from it. It was, it free, like I say, free game right here. It's just up to y'all to take it if y'all want to use it or not. Well, bro, thank you for coming on, man. I'm definitely gonna be hitting you up in your DMs and your messenger too, because something I want to talk about your help. You can help me with. But I really appreciate you for doing this. Thank you for coming on, and people, thank you for tuning in, and also keep supporting us. Keep showing us love. I can't thank y'all enough. And also, y'all see right here, I got the pen. If y'all want any Blerd Over merch, just click on the link, get you a shirt, hoodie, anything you want at a good price. It's not so expensive like how all these conventions charge you $95 for a T-shirt. Well, it's not gonna fade until next week, but it's legit. So y'all check us out. And at this time, baby boys, baby girls, what's going on? It's your boy SKIP.88 here from Blerd Over, brought to you being a Blerd interview with my boy, the Business Bully. Y'all go follow him, support. He here to help you. He's your resource. Like he said, take your stand. He gonna lead you the way. So y'all know what I'm gonna say next. WTW. What's the word? Say it with me. UNITY. What does that spell? Unity. This is how me, the Business Bully, and the rest of you beautiful people out there gonna make it to life together. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Get ready for your work week. And remember, keep striving, keep hope alive, and know that you are important. And we out. Be blessed.